So this month just do some weekly breakdowns for all the week is going on. It's crazy. Like you go on my past videos and how I'm predicting this move. Like I literally said, okay, cool. I'm waiting for this wick to happen. I mean, this closure to happen, and then price to continue downward. The thing about this is the only issue that we have right now with this weekly candle is the fact that if you look at almost every weekly candle, you see that there are wicks, right? There's on wicks on every single, even if it's a tiny wick, there's wicks on every single candle, right? There are wicks on every single candle. So the only issue that I have currently now, just making sure it was recording. The only issue that I have currently now is the fact that this weekly candle has not created even a tiny little wick, did not create basically the high of the day or whatever, right? So what can we see happen? We say, yeah, we can take the sell, right? Price open up here. Yes, we can take the sell, but I do believe that price is going to pull back up to at least create the wick. You know what I'm saying? So you could see this candle close as like a doji or something just happened. Like this could close like this and then the price eventually comes back up in this area. But we are looking for there's a high possibility that price can find its way back up here at this 39 to 55 level, right? Not mark my words, but there's 80-90% chance, almost 99% chance that price will find its way back up here before the end of the week. And the reason why I didn't take a trade is because look at the daily. The daily, I have a rule against taking trades that are let's remove this. Taking trades that have touched a previous daily level. Like for example, like how price closed here, even if it wicked into it, it wicked into this level, right? I need price to close below this. So for me to be interested in this trade, price would have to close below here. No wick have touched this area before, and then on the pullback, and I'll be looking for price to come down here this area. The reason why is because look, there's orders or whatever crap you may think it is, right? But it hasn't touched this area. But the fact that it touched this area, it like I always feel though it could be enough based on statistics for it to reverse and go up. But if it closed underneath, then I know that it would want to take these out. There's a higher chance of it taking out because people got their stops and whatever crap below there. Whatever it is, bro. Like I just look at patterns. I'm not looking at the what's going on behind me. People might be like, okay, cool. You're not looking at what's going on actually. I don't care, bro. The patterns make sense and that's it. All I'm doing is trading patterns. I'm not looking at news. I'm not what happened. Look, the patterns just work and that's all that matters to me. So for me, what I could see happening is price. I actually can't see really much happening here. I can't really predict it. But what I could say is that I do see price coming back up in this area to create before the week ends to create that weekly, wick on top of this area, right? We do need at least a tiny little wick here. We need something even if it's as tiny as that. See how tiny that is? Even if it's as tiny as that, we do need that. So I do see price eventually running back up into that area, into this area. And I'll set an alarm on it just so that when it does get there, I could probably record a Zoom call and say, okay, Cody, look at this. So if price did not look into this area like it did on one daily, then I definitely would have been in the cells for this. But most likely I would have been waiting for the weekly to hit the wick, but it didn't. So like, yeah, the price is going. Yes, the price is expanding. But I feel though it's missing that wick, so I'd rather just avoid that. Like you see, like every candle has except this one, but it's like a 99% chance that it will have that weekly wick. Um, Gold, same, nothing. SPX 500, you know what I'm saying? Does not even have that week. That doesn't even have that wick either. But I do see all these trades reversing back up. Nas 100 don't even have that as well. So I do see price, you know, reversing back up on these as well. Um, I don't like how price went into this area. That's the reason why I'm not taking the sells. If it goes below it, then I'm interested in taking that. But Bitcoin, all these, yeah, nothing's really looking good this week. So I'd rather just this week be a chill week. I just listen to some motivational videos and just look for different things to do. But based on what I'm seeing now, like nothing seems to be interesting. Like you see price always bounce up here, so most likely what I'm looking for, even though this is bearish, is a bounce. That's most likely what I'm looking for, but it's not. See, like nothing really seems very enticing based on what I'm seeing here. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I say could possibly see happen is AUD USD. This, okay. Let me just remove all drawings to get a clear understanding of what's going on here. Price is bullish on the weekly. Price is bullish on the weekly. Up here. We'll see price retest this area. Question is, do I see price closing up higher? The price do that? Yeah, price, of course, price looks like it can do that. I see like there's a higher chance of price doing that, right? On the daily has already created this retest here to go up. 4 hour would have been an ideal trade to get into. In this area here, daily, I think what makes sense is the price closes above this area, right? Makes sense if price closes above this area and fall down, right? It's the only thing that makes sense, right? 4 hour, you can either shift the structure in this area, structure in this area. Thing about it is that I do usually see that when price creates something like this, right? I don't even use these, but just to like paint a picture. I do usually see when price usually does something like this. Um, it usually falls out of it, but it usually comes down here, falls out of it. And usually do something like that. Measurements above this area, each bounce. Most likely it's probably gonna bounce up based on that daily, 4 hour. You can see price coming down here with this. With this. Can I see that happening? Yeah. So price creates some type of like, engulfing here. Then I'll probably look for buys. But let's look at the daily. Let's look at price closed above this area. Let's look at the two daily areas right here. And see, okay, cool. So price closed above this area, so we're cool. So the next possible trade that we're looking for is price to expand from there here. See all that happening in 1 week. Can I see that happening? Yeah, it does look like it's going to happen. That's a daily. The weekly, let's try the weekly. Do I see price expanding from here, having some type of long candle from here all the way up here, like this? Do I see that happening? Yeah, price could do that. We have seen this candle. Let's see if we have seen a mimic of this candle. Let's look at the size of this candle. Bro, what's going on, bro? Like, what's going on, bro? I'm literally trying to move this and it does not want to. Oh, why is it locked? Okay, so look at the size of this candle. We're just looking at the expansion rate. Bound on the weekly, right? The last two candles. Can I see can I see price expanding like this? Yeah, of course. Happened before. Can see big strong candles. So AUD probably be the only trade that I'm interested in. And only way I'd be interested in this trade. And it has been going up for a good minute. So that's the thing. So if I do that, it would have to have like some good volume for me to continue with this trade. But what I'm looking for is prices already above this area. That's really weekly. Daily. I would have to see some type of like price, maybe on like Wednesday or something. Price does something like that. If price does something like that, then I'll be interested in taking a trade the upside from here. You know what I'm saying? But it would have to have some good momentum. Am I too interested in it? Not really, but that's the only trade that actually kind of makes sense. Um, but I would have to wait a couple days for that to happen. Weekly. Sorry, guys. Weekly. Where'd you get look at? Going through all these stuff. Like I didn't go through before. USDP, not interested to USD. So that makes sense is the price comes back on this level. Price closes here. It makes sense. Price closes here. So in the weekly, can I see price expanding all the way up to here? That's the question, right? That's literally the question right there. Like, do I see price expanding from here and closing here? Can you see that happening? That looks normal. Well, that looks like something I can see happening, right? Um, doesn't really look like you see it happening. So that's not far-fetched. So the daily, I would have to see. I would have to see price stay above this area like it does, come down here, and then continue up here. But then it would have to create some type of candle, retest candle. So it would have to create some type of retest candle for me to be interested in taking a buy to the upward side to eventually do something like this. And it's all prediction actually. Where price would like to expand to, which price would like to draw to, what's most likely to do, what can I see happen? Can I actually see that happening? If not, then I'll just avoid that. But that's most definitely the thing that I'll be looking forward to doing or embarking on. So 4 hour, come down here, see a shift here. So definitely this does like a trade that could possibly happen. Um, even though I was saying with my previous breakdown, I don't see anything happening. These do like clean trades, but I'm more interested in NZD CAD than AUSD. Um, yeah, NZD, not interested. Really does not look like something I really care for, to be honest. Um, BUSD, GBP CAD, like
market looking good.
looking pretty. It's pretty slow now. Pretty slow. But
You recording?
yeah, yeah. Um, pretty slow, but could see something happening though. 1, 2, 3, daily NZDJPY. That said, daily tap the level. I don't like the fact that it tapped that level. The PUD still not looking clean enough. I'm straight. And you see price bouncing up from there. I said I do see price bouncing up from there. It's just I don't like how the daily hasn't given me the TP area. Straight USD cash, straight. Yeah. The only trades that I'm looking forward to is NZD CAD and AUDUSD, more so NZD CAD. Being honest, it just looks more clean. It just looks way more clean. So that's what I'm looking for this week. Thank you guys.